In 1926, long before smartphones, video calls, or the internet, an elderly inventor described a device small enough to fit inside a vest pocket. With it, he said, people would see and hear one another across thousands of miles, almost as if they were standing face to face. His name was Nikola Tesla, and he was not speaking as a magician. He was describing the future as an engineer. Tesla was born in 1856 in Smiljan, a village then within the Austrian Empire. From an early age, he claimed he could picture machines in his mind with unusual clarity. After studying engineering and working in Europe, he arrived in New York on June 6, 1884. The city was entering the electrical age, but a battle was already growing over how that new power should travel. Thomas Edison supported direct current, which worked well over short distances. Tesla believed alternating current could carry electricity farther and more efficiently. In 1888, the industrialist George Westinghouse acquired rights to Tesla's polyphase patents. Their system helped illuminate the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893, and it later played a major role in sending hydroelectric power from Niagara Falls. Tesla had helped shape the modern electric world, but electricity was only the beginning of his vision. He became fascinated by signals moving without wires. In 1898, at Madison Square Garden in New York, Tesla demonstrated a small boat controlled by radio. Spectators watched it turn, stop, and move according to commands sent through the air. Some suspected hidden wires or even magic. Tesla understood it as the first step toward machines that could act at a distance. Today, remote vehicles, drones, and robots make that idea familiar. In 1899, Tesla built an experimental laboratory in Colorado Springs. Surrounded by open land and violent storms, he produced enormous electrical discharges and studied how signals might travel through the Earth. He became convinced that the planet could be used as part of a worldwide communication system. That dream led him to Wardenclyffe, a laboratory and giant wooden tower built on Long Island beginning in 1901. Financier J.P. Morgan supported the early project, believing it could send messages across the Atlantic. Tesla imagined something much larger: news, music, speech, private messages, and pictures delivered rapidly around the world. He also hoped to transmit useful electrical power without wires. But Wardenclyffe never fulfilled that dream. Guglielmo Marconi sent a wireless signal across the Atlantic in December 1901 using a cheaper system. Morgan refused to provide Tesla with enough additional funding. The tower remained unfinished, the project collapsed, and in 1917 the structure was demolished. Yet Tesla continued looking forward. In an interview published by Collier's magazine on January 30, 1926, he said wireless technology would connect the Earth like a huge brain. He described instant global communication, seeing and hearing distant people, watching major events from far away, and carrying a simple personal instrument in a pocket. He also imagined remotely managed homes, cleaner sources of energy, and machines reducing daily labor. Not every prediction came true. Wireless power has not replaced electrical grids, and many of his forecasts were too optimistic. But his most striking ideas were not supernatural prophecies. They grew from experiments he had already performed. He had controlled a boat by radio. He had worked with high-frequency currents. He had tried to build a global communication station. Tesla did not simply guess what the future might contain. He followed the direction of technology farther than most people of his time were willing to look. Nikola Tesla died in New York City in 1943. He never saw pocket devices connect billions of people, nor did he witness live images crossing the planet every second. But the world he imagined now glows in our hands.
His story reminds us that the future is sometimes predicted not by those who claim to see tomorrow, but by those who understand what today's smallest experiments may become. If you enjoy stories like this, please follow for more hidden history and untold stories from around the world.